I'm a late 90s kid, so just like Pokemon, I grew up watching Digimon. I remember watching the original Digimon cartoon with some of my friends, and I believe the one that was on TV at the time was called Digimon Frontiers, so I'm well aware of the series and have been a fan for a while. However, I've never actually played a Digimon video game, but I had seen some gameplay for the new game Digimon Story Time Stranger that drops today, and as a lifelong Pokemon game fan, I thought Digimon looked absolutely solid, graphically, gameplay-wise, so when Bandai Namco sent me an early review code, I was thrilled. So thank you Bandai Namco for sending me that and allowing me to check out the game early to get this video up today. So immediately diving into Digimon Story Time Stranger, I was immediately grabbed by the story of this game. You're a member of this secret organization that is investigating anomalies across the world, and this game takes place in Japan, and members of this organization use Digimon in battle. I don't want to spoil any of the story because as I began playing the game, initially I was confused because of some of the plot points that were happening, but as I continued to play, the plot points started to fall into place, making more and more sense, which showed how good the storytelling in this game actually is. And as I continue playing, I wanted to know more. I wanted to experience what else this game had to offer. I'm really invested at this point. And the game has a handful of difficulty modes, so you can cater your experience to exactly how easy or challenging you would like it to be. I personally am just playing on the balanced mode, which is like the normal difficulty. But enough about that, I'm not going to get into spoilers here. Let's talk about the meat and potatoes of this game, which is what most monster collecting fans are here for, collecting and battling Digimon. So initially when you start your playthrough, you'll select from 3 Digimon to start your adventure with, and there are 3 main types of Digimon, that being the virus type, the vaccine type, and the data type, which have that rock paper scissors style weakness chart that you're used to in other JRPGs. But on top of the base typing, there are also elemental effects with each Digimon species, and they have different strengths and weaknesses based on the different elemental types that they are using. So teaching your Digimon new attacks and balancing what type combos you have in your party will net you the most success in battle. And as you explore the world, you'll come across Digimon that you can initiate kind of a first strike attack with to get the upper hand by pressing the right trigger. This will send out a Digimon to do an attack before the turn-based battle actually starts. This is really fun because not only does it keep you on your toes to actually initiate the first strike, but also if you miss the first strike, you don't get the first turn in battle. If the opposing Digimon runs into you first, you'll actually go second. So the opposing Digimon enemies will actually hit you first, putting you on the back foot in battle. Now, what I think is really cool about the battles in this game is, one, the UI looks fantastic. It's very sleek, it's very smooth, it works very well. I really like the style of the UI in this game. But on top of that, battling Digimon will net you more information regarding that particular Digimon. And what I mean by that is by using different types of attacks, whether it be your base attack or your skills that have the different elemental effects, you'll learn more about the opposing Digimon that you're battling. You'll find out what its weaknesses are, what its resistances are. And as you learn more information about them, you can actually analyze them during the battle to show those weaknesses and resistances in case you forgot from the last time you battled one. And this kind of feels and looks like a Pokedex entry while in the actual battle. It gives you all the information you need to have the most success against a particular Digimon. On top of this, you'll also see when you line up an attack, if you already have the information knowing if that attack is strong or resisted, it will show you and give you a damage multiplier, showing you what is going to be the most effective course of action for the particular Digimon you're attacking with as far as which skill or attack to use. And this adds a whole lot of strategy to the battles that I personally really enjoy. Seeing that multiplier go up when you line up the correct attack, I really like that. It really gives a sense of satisfaction. And as you progress through the game, you'll also learn how to use what are called cross arts, which are skills used by the player character to boost the stats of your Digimon in battle, which can change the course of combat. Getting a boost and allowing your attacks to do more damage can really turn the tide, especially in those more difficult boss battles. Now, in my opinion, what is arguably the nicest feature of this game is the ability to change the speed in which the battles take place. So if you're new to the game and you're just trying to figure things out, you can keep the combat slow. But once you get the hang of it, you can speed things up by 2 times, 3 times. And I love this feature because I feel like in a lot of JRPGs, I'll just skip combat sections simply because I feel like the battles take too long. But with this feature, that's a non-issue in Digimon, so I found myself actually doing every battle I came across, which is beneficial not only to leveling up my Digimon, but also because it is really nice in the sense that it would help me collect more Digimon as I played, and let's talk about that a little bit. So collecting Digimon is actually done by battling them, and not by capturing them like in other monster taming games. Defeating a Digimon actually ups the scan score of said Digimon species, which when you achieve a scan score of 100%, you can create your own version of that Digimon species. However, the scan meter can actually go up to 200%, and at that 200%, those created Digimon will have more HP and traits than those at lower percentages. So I was not collecting any Digimon that I was not at 200% scan on in order to give myself the most powerful Digimon for my party. And this meant that I had to do more battles to get that scan score higher, meaning that I was leveling up my current party of Digimon more and more and more, while I was also gaining scan score to add more Digimon to my collection, which is just a really fun way to incentivize doing more battles in this game. Now, just like the 90s theme song says, you can digivolve your Digimon into champions in this game. But in my opinion, this is way cooler in Digimon than it is in other games that feature an evolution mechanic. In Digimon, there's a balance between not only digivolving up to a stronger form, but also de-digivolving back to a previous form. And the reason for that is that each Digimon can digivolve into multiple Digimon based on their stats. So while you may have a form that you can digivolve to right at this very moment that could benefit you, later it could be beneficial to de-digivolve back to a smaller form when a new, more powerful Digivolution becomes available. Now, to actually level up Digimon, you'll gain experience to digivolve by having them in your party. You have a party of 6 Digimon, and your main battle party consists of 3 Digimon that are on the field while you battle, and then you'll have 3 additional Digimon in the reserves waiting in case one of your Digimon goes down. All of these Digimon in these 6 slots will earn experience through battles regardless of if they hit the field or not, which is really nice for powering up certain weaker Digimon, keeping them in the reserves while your stronger Digimon take down the enemies, allowing you to level up and unlock more Digivolutions. And according to my quick Google search regarding how many Digimon are actually in this game, apparently there are 451 different Digimon that you can collect and train in this game, which adds a lot to do in this particular game. There are so many Digimon to collect, which is fantastic. As a fan of Pokemon and other monster collecting games, that is something that really excites me. So now let's break down some graphics and performance stuff. Now, everybody here on the channel knows I'm a Switch 2 guy. I like playing my games on Switch 2. However, this game did not come to the Nintendo Switch 2, so I played it on the next best thing as a handheld enjoyer. I played it on my Steam Deck. Now, obviously, when I was playing this game on my PC to record footage for this video, the game was running flawlessly. I have a pretty souped up gaming PC that I use to record these videos with, and on ultra settings, the game was running at 60 plus frames per second. It looked fantastic, and I'm sure that the other consoles like PS5 and Xbox Series X are running the game similarly. However, the Steam Deck did not have as much luck as far as performance goes, but that's not to slight the Steam Deck. It kind of performed exactly as I was expecting it to in regards to this game. So originally, I tried playing the game on high settings on my Steam Deck just to see how it would perform, and the game was playable, but it did have way more hiccups with these graphics settings. Typically, with these high graphics on, the game was sitting around 29 to 30 frames per second, but it would consistently stutter, dipping the frames down, and the lowest dip that I saw was to 8 frames per second. So based on this, I wanted a little bit smoother of an experience, so I changed the graphics settings to medium. And this actually helped dramatically. On the medium graphics settings, the game runs pretty consistently at 40 frames per second, but it will dip down to the low 30s to high 20s. So my recommendation would be to keep the fidelity up, but get more consistent performance to play the game on the medium graphics settings. This game still looked good here, and the frame rate was just a ton more consistent. So after playing the first 4 hours or so of Digimon Story Time Stranger, I can safely say that this game is 100% worth picking up. The story is full of mystery, and it hooked me immediately. It had me engaged, and I really wanted to know what was going on in this world, and especially as more plot points became available and things started unraveling, I was like, okay, I need to know what is going on. So I'm fully invested and fully ready to see what else this game has in store as far as the story is concerned. But the battles and the combat are also a ton of fun. I absolutely loved it, especially with that speed up mechanic. That was incredibly nice for speeding up the process of actually doing battles and getting through this game at a faster pace than you would traditionally be used to in a lot of JRPGs. And collecting and digivolving and de-digivolving all of my Digimon to get the most out of my party adds a ton of strategy to the training process of your Digimon that I just don't feel like you get in a lot of other monster collecting games on the market. So if you're a fan of games like Pokemon or Monster Hunter Stories, I highly recommend picking up Digimon. This is a great entry point and one that you don't have to have any sort of prior knowledge about Digimon to hop into and start enjoying. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Again, thank you Bandai Namco for sending me a review code so I could check out this game early and provide my thoughts and opinions on this particular game. It is an absolute treat. I really like it as a fan of Pokemon, lifelong fan of Pokemon. This game hits incredibly hard and I'm loving every minute of it. I'm excited to hop in and get back to playing it after I get this video up today. I'm having a great time with it, and I have a buddy who's also really into it, and we've been talking. You know, he's excited for the launch today. He's hopping in this morning and having a great time with it. I cannot wait to continue playing and talking about his strategies versus my strategies. So really good stuff there. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps me out, helps the video out, and helps the channel out immensely. Also, check out the membership service here on the channel if you want to support the channel in an additional way. You can join the member service and get additional content out of me. Not a required thing by any stretch of the imagination, just something I like to bring up. Also, you can check out Advance. They are the energy drink partner here on the channel. You can get energy, hydration, and protein powders from them. And I do recommend being 18 plus for any of the caffeinated beverages. And you can use code NICO for 10% off your orders there. You can also check out the Discord where people over there hanging out, talking video games, playing Nintendo Switch 2, and talking Switch 2 stuff all the time. But like I said, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.